Hello everyone, my name is Gulshan Paul Singh. I am the MBA student of Human Resource Management. My research proposal is to analyze the restaurant staff attrition in the Indian hotel industry, a case study on Oberoi Rajvilas. Introduction. The hotel industry in India is gaining a demand day by day. The hotels in India has a great potential to provide services to both business and the leisure travels. According to the several surveys, it has been said the hotel industry is gaining a boom day by day. With the increasing demand in hotel industry, there has been an increasing in demand for the hotel management professionals. The boom has given opportunities for the graduates to start their career with the good brands. But with the increasing employment, there has been an increase in the staff attrition of the hotel industry. According to the Economic Times magazine, there has been an increase in the attrition rate of the employee by 10% per annum since 2007. Because of the high attrition, the service department of the hotels have been hampered, which are bars and restaurants. The attrition has been affected the restaurant's hierarchy right from waiters to the restaurant's upper management. The main purpose of the study is to carry the research is to find out the major hurdles which is affecting the working of the restaurant staff in the hotel. Restaurant staff of the hotel of the Oberoi Rajvilas Jaipur, which is a 5-star property. So the objective is to find out the reasons behind the restaurant staff attrition. So the research question arises from the topic is what are the major causes of attrition and how to overcome the same, or how the staff attrition affects the organization's working. The reason to choose the question is to examine the main factors that are affecting the working environment of the restaurant staff in the hotel, with ultimately leading to high staff turnovers. And also to find out that how the staff turnovers affects the organization and to come up with the remedies for it. After explanation, now comes the literature review. Attrition can be said to be one of the most important strategical decisions when it comes to the cost cutting in any business. As per the authors, the labor turnovers is defined as the movement of labor within an organization. The employees are said to be the most important assets for the success of any organization. There has been a number of causes that can lead to the employee dissatisfaction which make them leave the job. Sometimes the attrition can occur when an employee compare their working experiences with past experiences. Even the pay scales has a major effect on the staff attritions or the turnovers. After knowing the attrition, it is very also important to know the types of attrition that can be faced by any of the organizations. And these could be voluntary attrition, involuntary attritions, compulsory attritions, and the natural attritions. Any of these attritions can be faced by the organization, which can ultimately lead to the deterioration of the organization. Literature review 3, which includes motivational theories. Since the employee retention and turnovers are majorly depends on the factors that how much is the staff motivated. Thus, in this context, I will be covering the two motivational theories in order to know the level of motivations restaurant staff is having in the hotel. These are the Herzberg's two-factor theories and the expectancy theories. After doing the literature review, then comes the contextualizing the research. None of the organization wants to be hit by the high employee turnovers because the high rates of attrition always declines the performance of the organization, especially in the service industries like hotels and restaurants. By conducting this research, it will help to find out the core causes and the factors that are leading to the high staff attritions. Moreover, it will help the human resource department to take out these factors and try to improve their development plans and strategies for the restaurant staffs, which automatically lead to high staff retentions. Oberoi Rajvilas is the finest 5-star hotel dealing with high number of guests during the peak season. It will also help them to know what are the factors those are leading to unsatisfactory guest experiences and to know the exact root. Then come the methodologies. The two methods of collecting data will be used, the primary methods and the secondary methods. The primary methods will include the data collection by the means of interviews, which will be of 12 restaurant present staff from both open and the closed shifts. The interview will consist of the questionnaires having 10 to 15 questions, open-minded and straightforward questions. The method will help me to know the problems restaurant staff is facing. Secondary method will include the reviewing of the exit interviews of the past ex-employees of the restaurant staff of the hotel, which are taken by the human resource managers, and the personal interviews of the human resource manager and the F&B manager of the hotel. Research philosophy. Research will include the interpretive because it helps to understand the difference between human in a role as a social actor. Thus, it emphasizes the difference between conducting research among the people rather than objects, such as computers. Being a qualitative research approach, the research philosophy would be the interpretive. Then comes research approach. Inductive research approach will be followed for the research. Inductive reasoning moves from specific observation to broader generalization and theories. Because of its nature, inductive reasoning is very open-minded and exploratory. Informally, it is also called as a bottom-up approach. Then comes the research strategies. The research strategy for my research will be structured interviews, HR theories, and the case studies. The aim of the research is to know the reasons of the attritions and how to overcome it. And all these informations and all these research strategies will be helpful for me to collect the valuable data for my research. After research strategies comes research choice. Being a qualitative approach, my research choice would be the mono method, which is preferred to be a single method approach towards your research. It can be either qualitative or quantitative. After research choice comes the sampling. Being a qualitative approach, it includes purposive sampling method. Sampling is the method of systematically selecting that which will be examined during the course of the study. The purposive sampling is subjective sampling. It focuses on techniques which the people that are investigated are based on the judgment of the researcher, and it is one of the most important sampling method in the quality. After sampling comes data collection methods. The three types of data will be collected: the questionnaires, the personal interviews of the employees and management staffs, and reviewing the exit interview forms. These particular data collection methods will be used for my research. After collecting the data collection method which will be used by me will allow me to analyze the in-depth reasons of the staff attrition in the organization, because it will help me to find out the reasons like level of motivations, employee relationship. The personal interviews of HR and the FM manager will allow me to know the working styles of the senior management in the hotel. After analyzing data comes the plan for my completion, that how I am going to progress towards my research. For the first 2 weeks, it will be all about framing the questionnaire, taking the appointments for the interviews, and collecting the necessary things for the interviews. The third and fifth week will be conducting interviews with the restaurant staff and the senior management. For week 6 to 8, it will be a buffer for the interviews for those people who are unable to attend the interviews on the planned day or the date. The week 9 and 10, week 9 to 10 in fact, which is a 1 week, is all about initially drafting of the research and preparing the results from the interviews which have been held. Then week 11 and 12. Then week 11 and 12 will be the final drafting of the research week, which includes the final editing, proofreading, and completion of the research proposal. The informations will be collected from the hotel or will be done within the parameters of the hotel as a special care. Special care will be taken in regards to the ethical policies and the communications policies of the organizations. The questions of the personal interviews with the HR and the FM managers will be framed in the regard to the ethical policies of the hotel, so that they do not come out of the ethical guidelines of their organizations. Finally come is the research limitations. For my research, the limitations could be the language barriers, the education background of the employees, like some can be a normal graduate, some can be a hotel management degree holders, some can be a diploma holders. The third would be the research would be limited to one hotel, which is Oberoi Rajvilas, the traveling, and the percentage of the correct answers that the employees are going to give me. Thanks a lot for listening to my research proposal presentations. Thank you for your patience.